multiple Toymakers, Golden Astronaut, Moon Exploration Series Moon Explorer. Card is highly compromised and was purchased to be opened. And we're going to use 100% acetone. It's from Walgreens, $3.99 or something like that. And a brush to loosen the adhesive bond between the blister plastic and the inking on the card. And this is how I do it. And there we go. Neatly done. And again, there's going to be some staining to the card, but we'll look at that some other time. This is the Moon Explorer, also known as the Prospector, as released by Triang. And here's the one that it had previously. The radar dish, which is stuck on there with sticky putty, is from the Mobile Moon HQ. And we're obviously missing one of our legs. As you know, it was good enough for me, as is, until this came along at the right price. That's it. So I think it's supposed to be a robotic vehicle. I'm not that fond of it, but it had an MPC derived spaceman for its Golden Astronaut, and I want all these I want all the poses they did as the 1-inch Goldens. So we can retire this and maybe offer it up for sale or something like that, you know, for someone's starter collection, and enjoy having this piece here. It's our bottom stampage. Triang SpaceX, made in Hong Kong. It's just for the record, compare it to the other bottom. Triang SpaceX, made in Hong Kong. I believe you'll find that those numbers are the same. This is nice to have it complete with the original radar dish. And then our boy. So I got out some of my MPC or MPC style 5.5-inch spacemen to try to figure out which pose it's based on from the ones that I have. I think that's it. Now, I gave him the rangefinder there to hang on to. Although he's not, I think that's a movie camera, and I think that's a pistol. So I gave him a pistol from the ones that came in last week as well. But I'm open, you know, if it's a movie camera, it's not him, because he's got a pistol in the hand that the camera would be in. So it's not the red guy, and I don't think it's this dude. This is actually one of the copies in a hard plastic from, we don't know, 90s, who knows. But he doesn't have, one of his feet is off the ground, and this guy's legs aren't really bent, let alone off the ground. So I'm thinking it might be this one.
Sounds like a lot of supernatural baloney to me.
Supernatural, perhaps. Baloney, perhaps not.
In the 5-inch style. Here are the other Goldens that I have in this size, with a golden MPC Geiger counter guy. There's a little silver tone Geiger counter guy, and that one is obviously based on this dude, and he's missing, I guess it's a grenade that he'd be holding in his his left hand. I'm sorry. He doesn't have a. That's more of a crash helmet, though. It's not. Doesn't look like a space helmet like these guys have space helmets. But anyway, I'm drawn to these golden astronaut pieces with the MPC dudes. And if we go over here on the ogle wall, it's not just the multiple Toymaker golden astronaut pieces which got the MPC guys. There's a SpaceX helicopter P3, and that's definitely an MPC pose. There's an LP pose with an MEV2, SpaceX MEV2, and there's another LP pose with the Cricket. And just for the record, here's the golden astronaut Nova 2, and that's a LP posed spaceman with him. He came out of his Nook or whatever. There's another one, and that's another MPC figure there. I've got one of these functioning and complete loose, so I'm kind of letting him be burrowed in. But if we go over here to the which one's this? This is the Moon Prospector, which is the same vehicle here as the MEV2. There's the MPC pistol and lunchbox guy, and lights really dim over here, but there's my still sealed Mobile Moon HQ, and there's another MPC dude there. Apollo Moon Exploring all have MPC pose guys, except for this set here with the Major Matt Mason thing. This is an interesting piece, this Moon Traffic Prospector. What? That's the Command Service Module and Lunar Module, but they gave it some LP dudes. I guess they were reusing a card that maybe had been made for a copy of what would be this, the Prospector. Nobody knows who made these either, although I think it's pretty obvious that they're by the vehicles and figures were made by LP Toys. Here's another Apollo Moon Exploring with another LP pose astronaut, and another LP posed. So the only ones who got the MPC posed were the actual Golden Astronaut series or the SpaceX series. It's not like one or the other, and that variation is what keeps it interesting. Actually, you know, I don't know which ones are in this. It looks like an LP guy there. I think there's another one in there somewhere. Yeah, there he is. And I think that's an LP dude as well. Golden Astronaut launch site 3 vehicle set. So you can't just say, well, all the Golden Astronaut pieces got MPC guys and all of the SpaceX dudes got LP guys. They mix them up. Mix and match. Keeps it interesting. Keeps us young. And I'm going to try to figure out how to make some art with this damn thing. Now that I got it. Now the cards stacked up. I still haven't pulled the plastic off of this yet. Or maybe it re-adhered. I thought I removed it. So maybe it's stuck back on by itself. But these are nice. I like them as just the cards. And I've been meaning to get one on the flatbed scanner. Scan it up. So it didn't, you know, there's still some staining around the edge of that. You can see a little staining down there in the bottom. There's a staining pattern here on this one. When exploring, and that was the first one I did, so it got a little bit rough on there, but you saw it right there in the video. If you just take your time, it comes right off. I didn't have to peel a thing, and the card is pretty much dry to the touch right now. But when you're evaluating these new old stock space toys that come carded, make sure you look at the back and take a look and see if there's a pattern to the staining, as opposed to just random water damage like that splash there in the middle. That's different. But this kind of pattern for the stain could indicate that the blister was removed and the toy substituted at some point during its life. Because people do the damnedest things, you know what I mean?
Perhaps not.